Today's topic, cyclotron. It is a device used to accelerate charged particle like protons, deuterons, alpha particle, etc. We can easily accelerate the charge of the particle. It was invented by Lorentz and Livingston. Construction. It consists of two small hollow metallic of cylinders D1 and D2. D1 and D2. It's called Ds as they are in the shape of D, just like a D shape. So it's called Ds. They are mounted inside a vacuum chamber between the poles of a powerful electromagnet, surrounding fully powerful magnet placed. The Ds are connected to the source of the high frequency alternating voltage of few hundred kilowatts. The two Ds are connected here, one oscillator. Oscillator is nothing but the producing alternative frequency voltage, few hundred kilowatts. The beam of charge particle to be accelerated is injected into the Ds near their center in a plane perpendicular to the magnetic field. For example, if you want to accelerate any one of the particle, like for proton or deuteron, that proton plays inside the two Ds or center of the Ds. So now inject to the Ds, inside the Ds, the perpendicular to the magnetic field. This particle is perpendicular to the magnetic field. The charged particles are pulled out of the Ds by deflecting plate. After accelerating, that particle pulled out of the Ds by the deflecting plates. It's a deflecting plates outlet. These are deflecting plates. This whole device is high vacuum pressure, approximately 10 to the power of minus 6 millimeter of Hg, so that the air molecules may not collide with the charged particle. Why you make a vacuum inside the apparatus? Because of the air molecule not react with energy or what? Not ionized. The air molecules may not collide with the charged particle. Now, let us consider the particle of charge Q and mass M enter a region of magnetic field B with the velocity V. Suppose if you consider any one of the particle here, for example proton, the proton charge Q, the mass of the proton take M. Now when a charged particle plays inside the magnetic field, it will get Lorentz force. Lorentz force means moving in circular path. That circular path, that particle follows the circular path. Here two forces created. One is a magnetic force on charge Q. Another one centripetal force on the charge Q. When a particle moving in circular path, it is producing centripetal force. Here already one force created, that is magnetic force or Lorentz force. You know the formula for Lorentz force. QVB is equal to centripetal force. You know the formula for centripetal force, mv square by r. Here v is the velocity of the particle, r is the radius of the circle, m is the mass of the particle, b is the magnetic field, v is the velocity of the particle, q is the charge of the particle. Now we can easily cancel, vv cancel. So here qvb is equal to mv square by r. So v cancel. So r is equal to, cross multiply, r is equal to m v by qb. So this is the radius of the particle. Now the period of revolution of the charged particle, you know that one, the period means time taken. So how to call the time taken? Already you know the formula for velocity, v is equal to displacement by time taken. So want to find time taken, t is equal to displacement by velocity. See how much displacement here? One circular path means how much displacement? 2 pi r. That is circumference of the circle. So we can write displacement 2 pi r divided by velocity. So t is equal to 2 pi r by v. So you know the period of revolution time period, t is equal to 2 pi r by v. Here t is equal to 2 pi by v. You substitute the r value here. R value. So we can write T is equal to 2 pi by V. R value, already you know the R value, mV by QB. So we can substitute here R value, you can substitute mV by QB. So now V cancel. So time period is equal to 2 pi m by QB. So totally time period is equal, T is equal to 2 pi m by QB. So how to find the frequency of the revolution? Time period, after time period, you can easily calculate frequency of the revolution, because of frequency depends on the energy. So if you want to increase the energy, means it's nothing but you increase the frequency. So the frequency of the revolution of the particle nu is inversely proportional to time period. Already you know the formula for time period. So inversely proportional to time period means the reciprocal of the value, the frequency is equal to the reciprocal of the time period is nothing but frequency. So you can easily reciprocal that value QB by 2 pi m. Reciprocal of T, QB by 2 pi m. So now the frequency is equal to QB by 2 pi m. Here one important concept, the frequency does not depends on radius of the particle, because of there is no R in that formula. So it means the frequency does not depends on radius of the path or independent of the radius. Okay. So now you can easily calculate kinetic energy also, because of if you increase the frequency, inside the particle is moving very high speed or high maximum kinetic energy, then how to calculate the kinetic energy? So very simple, from equation 1 already you know the formula, R is equal to mV by QB. So from the first equation you can calculate V value, so cross multiply QB. So already R is equal to mV by QB. So want to find V value, so V is equal to QB cross multiply M cross multiply, so QBR divided by M. So velocity formula, so V is equal to QBR by M. So the maximum kinetic energy want to find. You know the formula for kinetic energy of mv square. So now of m, mass of the particle, velocity formula already you know that one, QBR by M. So now V value, V square means QBR by M whole square, this whole square, substitute the V value here. So whole square, now square the value. Here Ke is equal to 1 by 2 m q square b square r square m square. M on m cancel. So now remaining 1 by 2 or remaining q square b square r square by 2 into m. So how to calculate maximum kinetic energy? So Ke is equal to, so simplify the value, q square b square r square by 2m. Q means charge of the particle, b means magnetic field, applying magnetic field, r is the radius of the that path, the particle moving in a particular circular path, that radius of the particle, divided by 2 into m is the mass of the particle. Can easily calculate kinetic energy of the ions or particle. This is the use of cyclotron.